Today I'll teach you how to reach your first Ultimate Champion. Okay, for a first step, while we're going on a match, choose a deck that you made in. I mean, of course, people say, oh, I'm in a low ladder, I kind of need a stable deck. Then choose like if you go to Royal API, I'll just link you down there if you want, but you need a solid deck or like a classical deck that people use. So that's one tip. Second one is that use a meta deck. Meta deck, I mean, like currently right now, you can see like Giant, Drill, Lava, probably Golem, but mostly just, yeah, mostly just Auto Dre is just good. YouTubers, like, I don't know, like other YouTubers, like famous YouTubers just say, oh, use this deck, such as like Lava. Don't use Lava, because unless like you used Lava before, but using lava like currently is not good for people who are like starters. Even for me, it's so hard. It's not even gonna bring you up there. Sure, it might like bring you like couple of wins, but it's not gonna be like consistent. Like I learned this from from my experience, because I experienced a lot about changing decks. That hurt me a lot, and I ended up just using drill again. I don't main drill. If you see my profile, I kinda wrote that I main 2.6 and 2.8 hog, and also splash art. Those three I main, but the rest I do not main. Except for logbait. I guess I main somewhat logbait, but other than that, my skill level, the highest is hog cycles and then splash art. That's why I know how to use like cycle decks basically. That's why I chose drill. So yeah, just choose the deck that it's gonna work the best, and second, meta decks if possible that can match will help you a lot. Um, Also, I guess people say levels don't matter, but it does honestly. So also, if you want to reach your like your highest best, not it could not be, let's say. It doesn't have to be ultimate champion, but just your personal best. Then just use highest leveled cards will just be really beneficial. But if you want to be like ultimate champion or just like really high, like I guess like world champion, like currently for me, then you can just use I mean you kind of have to use classical decks. And so that's why I recommended a while ago. Royal API, it's a good source to always use. Don't forget to use that. I'm gonna say, so Giant decks, people say it's broken. Yes, I do agree. I got my personal best last season with that Giant decks. However, it's not recommended for those who were just like starting to use Giant decks. I don't mean by starting to play Clash. It's a it's a it's a card and a boundary that people don't understand, which is why people have to avoid it first. Because practice is key, and that skill level doesn't come out in just like 1 second and like in one night. So yeah, basically, the games that I'm showing is the games that how I reach Ultimate Champion, but thoroughly, I'm just gonna show you how I reach Ultimate Champion. Of course, on the right side, I did a mistake by overcommitting and not being able to use my I mean, defend the hog. It was my mistake for just overcommitting and not using Tesla.
You're so
So I
dumb.
used my knight on the left, I believe. So I was like, okay, so as you can see in the HP, it's a huge difference. I'm like 3,900 need to go, and then he has like 1,300-ish. Also, yeah, Evo matters. So choosing your right Evo is really useful. Like nowadays, of course, like they say pay to win. I'm not gonna lie, it is. Because due to Evos and levels especially, overpowered levels are just so unfair. But currently the deadliest Evo right now and the best Evo right now is Evo Tesla. Every pro's like recommended. Also,
Excuse me.
well, speaking of that, well, not Evo, but like, I guess I will talk about Evo first. So, Evo Bomber, it used to be broken. It is still okay to use, but now it's two cycle, and you see in the game that I can't really cycle that fast. So technically, it's not broken anymore, and a lot of the times, in giant decks, they don't use Evo Bomber anymore. So that's kind of sad. And here I made a mistake. I kind of like slipped my hand a while ago in that game. So in the drill, I should have placed it a little bit onto the right, but well, I just won, but still, I could have got a goblin shot. Okay, so this one I'll teach you about how to beat lava. So the thing is, it's hard to beat lava, especially since he has Valkyrie in this one. However, I just went all in first, using a knight as a tank for the goblin drill. So now I was just fearing he had too
Excuse me.
much
Do you know
elixir,
who I
but
am?
I made a wrong, how'd you say that? A judgment that he had more HP, not HP elixir, but he actually didn't have more elixir. So my goal right now is to remove that tombstone because it's ridiculously annoying.
Just sharpening my knives.
So I just cycle my Evo Bomber. So the thing is, look, right now it's already Evo Bomber if it was only one cycle. However, now you have to do it 3 times. Well, 2 cycles, and then you have to come back with the original one. So it is okay. But like, cycling is too.
Doing it for the
It's a little
fam.
bit too hard now. So it will take a while, and it's not recommended. So right now, I'm pretty sure I placed skeletons. I made a mistake. Actually, never mind. I did not make a mistake, cause or else I wouldn't have any elixir for that balloon. But I got a lot of damage for no reason. Okay, so that two stone is just so annoying. Look at that. So like that bomber, you can use that trick I learned it from the YouTube, where you can just get free damage from the bomber like that. So my goal is now just keeping the tower and just defending it. It's gonna use Fireball Zap and just kill it. I use my skeleton to distract that Inferno Dragon. Always cycle faster. That's the only key, honestly, that I can give.
Doing it for the fam.
Also, that placement of that Little Prince. Let's say he has Void, it's a Void counter. So basically, Void, if it's only one target, you can hit like the Little Prince twice and kill it. But in that hitbox, you can not hit the tower with the Little Prince. That equals to 2 troops. They count tower as a troop, I guess. So that's how it works. Okay, so third match, people hate it as well. It's Golem. Also for lava tips, I forgot it. Also for well, this also applies for mostly everything. For mostly heavy decks. So you saw in the first match where you Knight plus drill, where Knight tanks the drill. That is so useful, and you always have to use that as a pressure. Mostly against dagger dodges, but any other works as well. But if it
Excuse
was
me, don't
cannoneer,
you know
then
who
I
I
would just
am?
make the let's say not say the goblin drill tank it, and then Knight just comes after the goblin drill. So mostly people have a struggle against this kind of decks, lava and golem. It is hard, I'm not gonna lie about that, but I barely won in any of these matchups. But so I'll just show you some tricks, I guess. In this matchup, of course, I don't have a Evo Tesla. That's why I'm using Knight Evo and Bomber Evo. Other than that, I would just use Knight Evo and Tesla Evo, not Bomber Evo, because now it's kind of bad. It's still useful, it's still good, but just not better than Evo Tesla though.
Just sharpening my knives.
That tornado. But look, that Evo Bomber got so much value, so that's the only reason why it's broken. That's why they nerfed it. Because if only one cycle, then it's just terrible. Also, one thing, I placed on a little bit on the right,
Come over
but if you
here.
place a little bit on the left, that drill placement, then it, it won't hit that battle healer and then attack the tower. That's one tip. That subtle tip that people know is gonna change the game.
Just sharpening my knives.
See, that evil bomber is just delivering that tower. It's just dead. So mostly in the end, you just do like drill poison cycle, no matter what. Even though I've rolled, even though they have bowler, still do it. You have no choice because mostly like at last 30 seconds, just spam, drill, poison, and they won't have time.
You're so
I think I would show it in this matchup because bowler as well.
Excuse me, don't you know who I am?
Protect the air.
Just sharpening my knives.
That was a bad card. Don't do that. That goblin placement. Look, it's just like it's guaranteed at least one goblin hitting the tower. I learned this from just watching like Juicy J's video.
Doing it for the fam.
And so I was so confused. This actually pushed Pekka, bro. I was I was shocked. Not Pekka, I mean, the Pekka pushed the battle ram. That was like, that was just, I don't know. I can't even explain it. I believe I arrowed this because I ran out of dagger dodges. So, I mean, the dagger dodges ran out of dagger. So now it's a trouble because I almost lost this tower because look, he has evil wizard plus he has evil battle ram and a Pekka.
Excuse me, don't you know
No,
who I
like
am?
no, like just no. I don't know. I actually don't know how I survived that. I honestly thought it was game over, but luckily it was not. Defensive poison, because I don't think I can even defend that, so just the main problem for this deck is wizard. That's why I'm doing it. Mostly for cycle decks. You just want to get away with wizard because due to that splash damage. Because mostly your deck is just swarms and swarms and swarms. Look at that placement. What a beautiful placement.
Doing it for the
Look
fans.
at that drill. Look. So the thing is, remember I told you that little prince placement? It has to guarantee that it's gonna hit the tower plus a little prince. That's why it's not gonna kill the little prince. Don't forget about that placement. It's gonna like help you a lot. That subtle um difference that you know, and I guess details that you know. Like this detail, the bomber, I used it to kill that wizard, and if I didn't have that, I'm pretty sure I lost that game. So that was a mistake of Void because he didn't even have battle ram going on. Now I just do poison. So remember I told you I just did just to do poison which and drill. I just go spam. And then arrow cut and finish. Next game. Oh yeah, so this one was the last game, but and I also did a BM while ago because that dude BM earlier game. Sorry for that though. Okay, so we're meeting a lot of bad matchups, and I think it's gonna be useful for you guys. Also, don't forget that goblin drill placement. As you can see that while ago,
Future
one
king over
goblin
here.
hit the tower and two hit the knight.
Duchess to you.
So it's like guaranteed one goblin hitting. This matchup is also hard, so just please pay attention. I think I only survived because arrows kills the evil archers now. Like people have a lot of a hard time against Sparky. But one tip, you have to use Goblin Drill sometimes in rare cases. Actually, never mind, often cases. You have to use Goblin Drill as a Tesla. Like treat it as a defensive building, not a offensive building sometimes. Of course, you have to go offense because that's your winning condition. However, you can also use as a uh, what do I say, a building. One tip against Mini P.E.K.K.A. So if you place around it here, yeah, around here or here, either left or right, whatever tower that it's coming to, if you just place it there, then it's just gonna fully counter the Mini P.E.K.K.A. while not even hitting that troop. So that's a good subtle thing to know. Now I arrow this. That's the only reason I survived this game. Because of that freaking arrow. So as you can see that I use my drill as a defensive, and that was like the key that I survived this game. That's why.
Neo numbskulls.
Also for the fully counter mini pickup placement, I just set it to just write an arrow later on. I'm not sure if I can do an arrow, but I just do like an imaginary like here, but I meant like the remember I told you about the little prince placement, like right now, the bomber placement. If you place around it there and the mini pick up full HP is coming to your tower, it's not gonna hit your bomber, or it can be any troop. Like let's just say it was a knight, but it was that bomber placement there. It's gonna fully counter the mini pickup while not even getting any single damage. Any single damage to your tower plus that knight. It's just so good. Okay, so I was kind of scared in this one. I panicked. So that was my misplay. I should have not done that goblin drill and did a knight, but did not do that. Okay, that was a misplay. Probably that's why I won. This fireball did not go through that Tesla. Okay, so also in this matchup, always distract the Sparky with like any troops, like Ice Spirit and Skeleton most recommended, but it can also be Knights. Tank the Bomber, because Bomber is long range and it gives a little bit more H, not HP, more damage. And one Sparky shot, a Knight can handle it, so do that because it's double damage rather than just not giving the damage. Okay, so we're just on to the next match. This match was also difficult, but it's better than before, but it got closer for no reason. Again, don't forget that placement. That Goblin Drill placement is pretty good. In this matchup, it's always recommended to poison the wizard. Of course, you have to know in order to poison it, but eager to see the cards on top. I mean, you can poison the Archer Queen, because you can literally, like, arrow and then poison it and just kill it. Or arrow or log, but I don't have log. But most recommended is just poisoning the wizard, because I believe it is 5-4, yeah. Poison is 4 elixir, so it's a W. Yeah, this one was the most unexpected thing. I just took the damage because I didn't want to waste more elixir, but I got too much damage. I knew it was going to be a hard matchup because basically you can actually just kill the Goblin Drill with a log. Now it's more like slower, so if your hands are slower, it still works.
What up? Future king over here.
Oh, and it works. Right, so I just use not as a tanking. Apparently, so the bomber Evo is not good anymore. Yeah, I just don't have the Tesla Evo. That's why I'm using the bomber Evo. But if I had one, yeah, I won't use the bomber Evo. Okay, so I did not get why there was Skarmy in that bomber. Finn got a shot against that evil wizard. Bad bomber by me.
What up? Future king over
Evil
here.
Knight is just broken. You can just hack the evil archers even though it got nerfed. It's just pretty solid.
It's Dutch.
Yeah, that was a bad ice skull from him. That's why I think I got some elixir advantage, I guess, as you say. Okay, that Archer Queen was just terrible, I'm gonna say that. And that's the only reason why I won this match. Okay, so now this one I kind of had some problems towards it, but I only got like 2 hits, I'm pretty sure, from the Hog. Bad farmer by me. Should've just done it in the middle. Yeah, I just do now. Poison drills. Spam it, and that'll be game soon. Very, very soon. This was almost dangerous too. Thankfully the dagger dodges is still broken. That's why the Hog didn't got any damage. I just tried to do Evil Bomber again, and just didn't need it because poison is still broken. I'm pretty sure it's like 260 something, 264 around that, or 250 something for the tower damage. But for the old one, it used to do 320 damage to the tower, compared to Fireball, it was like 275-ish.
It's
Somehow that little prince lived. I was so thankful.
the air.
Just gonna do Lumberjack, I'm pretty sure, and just balloon spam. That's like one of the most annoying things that you can ever face. So now, as you can see, I blocked the Lumberjack, but I misplaced my Tesla. It still didn't got anything, but it's still getting a dead damage. That was a misplay by me. Yeah, I really need Evil Tesla instead of Evil Bomb right now, but they're not releasing, so they're not releasing to the shop. Well, that Evil Bomber placement, I don't know how. It was, that was good. Like, that's just, that was so good. Bad EU is, that just fully counters. Bad Lumberjack. He's gonna go for a balloon. I might be kind of screwed a little bit, but yeah, I did too kind of bad. I kind of messed up the Tesla placement again. Let's not talk about that.
Future king over here.
It's not gonna get that damage though, so I'm thankful for that. Yeah, I just threw defensive drill. I was not confident enough to do anything. So like, bad arrow was better. Bad balloon. He doesn't even have freeze. Like, bad Tesla placement though. Like, the placement from me, it's just terrible. Evil Bomber just carrying again. I have second Tesla. Doesn't even touch the Tesla bro, even though it's rage. That pinch from him. That was actually really bad. Yeah, he ran out of elixir. No, that's finished.
Doing it for the fam.
Terrible balloon. Finally, a good placement of Tesla. Normally, you shouldn't be this relentless, because it's kind of... I'm gonna say, well, it's kind of stupid to just keep on going. But you just kept going, so... Good Tesla placement as well. Because the other tower also connects. That's a good thing for me. What bad's that? What is that? I don't know, he's just not giving up. He's just so relentless for no reason. Is he like the mastermind of wasting time? Yeah, he just went opposite in like the last 7 seconds. What is this for? Alright, thanks for watching, and please sub. Alright, see ya.